Pleasure to have you at our special Peter James Association event, which is crowning Little Mr. and Miss Neurodiversity. It's an important event because it's one of the ways in which our association tries to raise awareness, and it's much needed. Although the situation in Kenya is now much better than it was in the past, there is still a lot of stigma associated with children who are born with cerebral palsy or autism. So it's very important for us to get the message out that these children are lovely children, mothers need support, and they need the proper facilities for treatment. This is the third year for the Peter James pageant, and it's an online voting pageant, so we get a lot of votes. We had over 100,000 votes last year. So it raises a lot of awareness, not only here in Kenya, but elsewhere in Africa. We're also here on Rotary projects. I'm a member of the Rotary Club Prague International, and we're here to look at possibly helping to put boreholes in a village in Nyandura County. And we also support secondary education for bright kids from primary schools who can't afford the fees to go to secondary school. So we have a number of projects here that we're very happy to be involved in. I think it's growing, it's improving a lot, especially for, when these mothers come out and show that they're proud of their children and show the love for their children, and the children can be dressed up, then I think it's improving. It's improving. There's still, there's not a huge number of votes in neurodiversity, but it's important they're visible, and the communities that they live in are becoming more accepting. Practically, I don't know how many we've been able to help, because we have 100 or so at these events every year. In addition, we do home visits. Last year we did 10 home visits to mothers with cerebral palsy children, and we help also in indirect ways through information and contacts and so on and education, because one of the problems is lack of diagnosis and lack of opportunity to get proper analysis and treatment as much as we can. We don't count the number of people we help. There's lots of people we haven't yet helped.
My name is Rani Ramchandani, the president of Rotary Club of Nakuru, the founder of Rani Ramchandani Initiatives. We are creating awareness about CP warriors, our CP champions today, and we are crowning them. So we are doing donations today, more than 6,000 diapers, wheelchairs, some cash and blenders, because these are the kids, they can't eat a normal food like us. So we are gifting them with blenders. Been working with this PWDs since last 5 years, and so far we have donated 5,000 mobility devices throughout the country. And as a Rotary and as a Peter James organization, we are ready to work with such champions and special kids. And we are saying county to chip in with us, so we can work with county parallel, and we can assist this kid, the one they need special assistance from us. Today in the morning we were with our Deputy Governor, Sir David Connes, and he has promised us to work with us with such organizations. From next time in future activities, he'll be assisting us with some diapers, maybe the ID cards, the one we do with National Council PWDs, he will be assisting us with those things as well. And we are looking for special schools for these kids where they'll be getting all type of food arrangements and special assisted therapies and assisted devices they'll need.
My name is Jonathan Metet, the Disability Mainstreaming Champion, Technical University of Mombasa, also the International National Disability Rights Advocate. Been doing advocacy for the last 9 years, advocating for the children with special needs and the adult persons with disability in terms of creating awareness, sensitization, and also encouraging parents to not to hide their children. We need to expose our children to opportunities like in education, also on the health issues, because when we do early intervention by taking our children to gazetted medical hospital, they can do assessment, and maybe where there is a need for therapy, the children can be able to benefit from the therapy. We also encourage our parents to register with the National Council for Persons with Disability so that they can benefit from their program. There is problems in most of our hospitals. Like I personally have experienced challenges in maybe accessing service because of my daughter who has hearing impairment. So when you go with your daughter and then there is an issue of where they don't have sign language interpreter, so it becomes a problem. So you see, if there is no sign language interpreter, that confidentiality of a patient will be breached because you have to bring in a sign language interpreter. Maybe somebody wants to talk about something which are private to life. It matters health. So we need to have sign language interpreters in our hospital. There's also an issue of assistive device. The National Council for Persons with Disability is trying its best and also supplementing from the various donors like Rani Ramchandani and other organizations. So we are urging the Senate and the National Assembly at least to enhance capitation to the National Council for Persons with Disability so that it can give services to the persons with disability across the country. Persons with disability be exempted from the assessment fees and also the therapy where they are being taken for therapy. You see most of the parents will pay about 1,500, others 200 depending on the facility. Apart from the challenges that you have seen here, they have to use diapers for the rest of their life.
My name is Margaret Wamboi Warui, and I have a 5-year-old boy called Joseph Kinjabali, who lives with cerebral palsy. It has never been easy, but you learn day by day, and you embrace it a day at a time. Yes, but it's not an easy journey. But when you accept and embrace the child early, it becomes easier to bring them up. The assistant is very important, especially diapers. We use a lot of diapers since most of them are in diapers throughout their life. So diaper necessity is not something that you can say you can do without. It's like the way you eat and drink, that's how those kids need diapers and medication. That is what pushes parents a lot. Like it's one of those things that anyway we always need support. I would like to tell them, I know it's not easy. I'm a parent and I know it's not easy, but take a day at a time and look for groups, support groups that you can belong to, and then it makes the journey easier. It will not be a one day that today and then tomorrow you'll bring your child out, but the moment you're working with a group, it makes the journey easier. You feel embraced, you feel belonging, and it makes you feel like umeacceptiwa na society because already you're in a group that accepts you.
Mimi naitwa Edna ama ni mama Shujaa. Shujaa ni 3 years old. Ako na condition inaitwa ni cerebral palsy. Hiyo condition alipata ni during birth because I labored for long, and when he was born akulia immediately, so the oxygen haikucirculate poa kwa brain. Ukikuwa na mtoto ni mwenye ako na special needs is not easy, especially kama wewe ni first time mom, because you are new in that journey, so uelewi what to do, what not to do. Juu wakati nilipata Shujaa nilikuwa na the dad, but the dad immediately left, so we parted ways. So I started raising Shujaa alone. Na vile nilikuwa a new mom, kuna vile ukisha kuwa discharged ni kutoka hospitali, the docs hawakuambi what next to do. So ni wewe tu ni mwenyewe unakaa ukiangalia mtoto. Because even wakati nilitoka hospitali, they never told me maybe mtoto atakuwa na shida. So in case of anything, kuja back. The challenges ni ngumu. First of all, accepting that kid is not easy. Because wakati ulikuwa na mimba, you are expecting upate ni mtoto, umlee vizuri, akae, atembee, ajilishe, ajifanyeni kila kitu. So acceptance inakuanga ngumu, it takes time. Na kila mtu ako na ile time yake yenye ana accept, na kila mtu ako na ile time yake yenye atakuja out, aongee. So hizo vitu zote, it takes a lot of time. Alafu na kuna stigma huku nje. mara unaambiwa ulifanya hivi, mara unaambiwa unafanya hivi. I think the society bado ijakuwa well educated. The awareness inafaa ifanywe ndio kila mtu at least aweze kujua hii ni condition, is not that ugonjwa, ndio wapende hao watoto, wawa embrace, ndio waone just wako tu ni watoto like hawa wengine. Mtoto wangu nilimpata 2019 October on date 20th. That's why tulimname Shujaa. I think vile nilikuwa hospitali that nilimwambia maybe there is a possibility mtoto anaweza kuwa na issue. That's when aliniambia nikitoka hospitali nijipange. Lakini sasa unaona vile unatoka hospitali, so mi si kuenda kuwa na hiyo length of discussion sana. So mi ilibidi tu nijipange tu kivyangu. So mpaka saizi ni mimi ndio nakaa na mtoto.